Hi people, thank you for watching another one of my videos. Sticking with the theme of summer fragrances, although it's still quite cold in the UK, we are heading towards spring and just around the corner, hopefully the summer, the European Championships. Hopefully coronavirus has not put paid to that, and I can rock my England shirt in the warm weather. So it's got me thinking about fragrances that I'll be able to wear this summer, particularly as I'm going on holiday to Spain as well. And this one is one I wanted to talk to you about. It's Cool Water Wave from the house of Davidoff. It's a flanker to the original Cool Water, one of the biggest selling fragrances of all time. Came out back in the mid 1980s. This release here was released in 2017, so quite a recent one. And one of the things that's quite interesting about it is that Francis Kurkdijan had a part in its creation. Now, Francis Kurkdijan, you may know, is the guy behind the original Le Male, the Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrance, the absolute beast from the mid-90s that's been reformulated to death, but a really great fragrance in its day. But he's also a guy who's got his own niche house, so doesn't dabble too much in cheaper end designer fragrances these days. So when this came to the market, it was a bit of a surprise. Now, he's not the only nose involved in this. It also featured work from Antoine Lee and Jean-Jacques. What part each of the three perfumers played, I do not know, but certainly it was Kurkdijan's name on it that kind of set it out to me as a cheap fragrance from a well-known perfumer. Anyway, what can we tell you about this fragrance? Well, off the bat, I'll tell you that it doesn't smell that much like the original Cool Water. There is a hint of the DNA in the dry down, but only a hint. Really, this is kind of a summer fragrance on its own. It opens up with grapefruit, which is different to another grapefruit fragrance I reviewed quite recently, which was Ideal Cologne by Galan. This has got that same grapefruit in the opening, but done differently. Not as noticeable, a little bit more cooler, refined and pulled down a little bit, if that makes sense. Then you've got sort of, a great aquatic marine accord in there as well in the opening, and then it moves into a sort of slightly woodier dry down with patchouli and sandalwood. In fact, I'll give you a quick run through of the overall notes as well, so you can get a feel for what has been included. So at the top we have marine accord, grapefruit and something called station pepper. Then in the middle we have birch leaf, juniper, which is followed in the base by patchouli and sandalwood, which is what we mentioned before. Comparisons to other fragrances. The obvious comparison that comes alongside this one is Invictus Aqua by Paco Rabanne, and also a fragrance which is similar to that, which is, the name escapes me now, it is Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, which is a fragrance I have also previously reviewed on this channel. In fact, I've done Invictus Aqua as well, so both of those are on there if you want to check them out. Don't think this is overly similar to those two. The comparisons are really because it sits in the same sort of realm. Slight note similarities, but it isn't as sweet as those two. It's a little bit more on the aquatic side, although a little bit more on the fruity side weirdly as well. So pretty much one in its own right. Not a classic by any way, shape or means, but certainly respectable fragrance for a good price point. Like all Davidoff fragrances, when they come to the market, they're at the sort of mid-range designer price, probably £40 to £50, and within, as little as 3 or 4 months, they're really heavily discounted. To the point that when this was released, this bottle, which I'm just going to check the size because I've forgotten, I think it's 125, 125ml, would probably have set you back 50, 60 quid, and now you can get it for probably 20 realistically. So very cheap, fits its purpose, very nice for the warmer weather. If you live in a hot climate, will suit you quite well. I took this on holiday with me to southern Spain last August, which did quite well there, projected quite well in the heat, and I'll probably be taking it on holiday again this year. But that said, it is a relatively moderate mid-range fragrance. Projection, sillage are both probably 5 to 6 out of 10. Not mind-blowing, but also not completely disrespectful either. But very nice scent, very clean. very inoffensive. Probably could wear it to the office, although it is a little bit casual, but I don't see any reason why you couldn't rock this with a suit if that's your vibe. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Do please check out my other videos. As I said in my last video, which was a review of L'Homme Ideal cologne, this channel's recently surpassed 100 videos. It's also recently surpassed 1 million views, so I am thankful for every single one of you. But if you've not subscribed to my channel already, would very much appreciate if you did hit that subscribe button and continue to tune in from this point onwards. Anyway, thank you, and that's it from me for now.